you feel about the gun control issues that a lot of the Democratic Party is obsessed with? Do you feel that quote-unquote gun safety / usage as a mandatory component of secondary education would be a good compromise? Would it pull a lot of right-leaning people to the left if Dems became cooler about guns?
Yeah, for sure. Gun issues, along with abortion, are one of the biggest wedge issues that drive people to the right. There are a fuck ton. Bo of the Fifth Column has talked about this to great extent. Now, whether or not my opinions on the efficacy of guns and revolutionary action changes, that doesn't change the fact that the Democrats' idiotic obsession with pushing for gun reform or gun control is only ever going to hurt them. It hurts them to an insane degree. It's unbelievable how many fucking people in the Rust Belt or how many people in the South would be moved over to the Democrats if they thought they could keep their guns and get a better shot at healthcare. A lot of this is also because the Democrats don't push back in Republican fear-mongering. Republicans say the Democrats are going to take your guns, and what do the Democrats say? The Democrats say, well, listen, Jack, the assault rifles, they did horrible things. We're not gonna... They don't really counter the narrative. They just kind of meander. It's really, really dumb. It's bad strategy. Also, running beta was a fucking presidential candidate when his number one issue was some stupid fucking gun ban. Yeah, no. The Democrats are, like, shooting themselves in the foot with this. It's incredibly dumb.
Next one up, we got is Swindus. What Trump quote-unquote political tactic annoys you the most?
What Trump political tactic? I don't know, lying? That's probably the big one. I'm not a big fan of that one. I don't like the constant lie, but that kind of encompasses everything else he does. I don't really know. Most of my frustration is directed at the Democrats for responding to it poorly, because everything that Trump does, I can expect from, like, you know, a middling fascist. There was a post on this on Reddit where somebody was posting quotes about the Hitler administration, which I thought was really interesting. A lot of people think that Trump can't be like a fascist because he's bumbling and stupid. Hitler was bumbling and stupid. If you actually read up on the organization and don't jerk off to all the fucking wannabe history nerds who cream themselves thinking about, like, the dimensions of a Tiger tank, you know, what you learn is the Hitler administration was incredibly incompetent. It was mostly funded off of war profiteering. It was completely unsustainable internally, and a lot of their civic policies were managed, like, unbelievably poorly, like to a comedic degree. And Hitler was a fucking comedy man. He was a lazy, incompetent, ego-obsessed blowhard. And so I don't think that the silliness is an indication that one cannot be sort of on that side of things, you know? I don't know how I got to talking about that, but I still believe it.
We got there.